Chief Kelvin and his wife, Loveth, had been married for 3 years before they were finally blessed with a son, Kamami. Their journey to parenthood was filled with heartbreak and struggles. After a year of unsuccessful attempts, they sought medical help, only to discover that conceiving naturally would be difficult. Determined, they turned to IVF, enduring multiple rounds of treatment, endless hospital visits, and emotional turmoil. When Loveth finally became pregnant, it was nothing short of a miracle. The moment Kamami was born, he became the center of their world. Chief Kelvin, a tough businessman, softened whenever he saw his son. He would rush home from meetings just to hold him and whisper words of love into his tiny ears. Loveth, despite her demanding schedule, prioritized Kamami's well-being, ensuring he was showered with love and care. Every milestone, from his first smile to his first steps, was celebrated. Their love for him was fierce, and they vowed to protect him at all costs. As successful professionals, Chief Kelvin and Loveth had demanding schedules. Kelvin's business empire required constant attention, while Loveth managed her thriving fashion boutique. Realizing they needed help, they turned to a reputable agency to find a trustworthy nanny. After careful selection, they hired Oma, a woman highly recommended for her experience with children. She seemed perfect, calm, respectful, and hardworking. Relieved, they entrusted Kamami's care to her, believing he was in good hands. Little did they know that behind Oma's gentle facade lurked a dark and wicked heart, a hidden nightmare. The moment Chief Kelvin and Loveth left the house, Oma's true nature emerged. No longer the obedient and respectful maid, she became a tormentor. She found cruel pleasure in making Kamami's life miserable. Food became her weapon. She would serve him only half a plate, just enough to keep him from collapsing. Some days, she withheld his food entirely, watching with satisfaction as his stomach growled in hunger. "If you're really hungry, eat your fingers," she sneered when he begged for more. Mealtimes weren't the only moments of cruelty. Oma found every excuse to hit him. If he spilled water, she smacked his hand hard enough to leave red marks. If he forgot to greet her, she pinched his ear until he screamed. Even when he did nothing wrong, she punished him. Kamami quickly learned that crying only made things worse. "If you tell your parents, I'll make sure you never see them again," she whispered to him every night. Terror kept Kamami silent. He prayed someone would notice, but Oma was careful. Around his parents, she played the role of the perfect maid, showering him with fake affection. To her, Kamami was just an entitled child who had everything she never did. The opportunist's trap Loveth's old friend, Agatha, had always been an opportunist. Though they had been friends for years, Agatha secretly envied Loveth's life, her wealth, beauty, loving husband, and now a son. Agatha, despite her own success, had never been able to capture the kind of life Loveth had. But what she wanted most was Chief Kelvin. One day, Loveth sent Agatha to her house to collect some documents. As she climbed the stairs, she heard a sharp cry, Kamami's voice. Something about the tone made her pause. Stealthily, she stepped closer to the slightly open bedroom door. Inside, she saw a scene that made her heart race. Not out of sympathy, but excitement. Oma had Kamami's arm twisted, her grip so tight that the boy whimpered in pain. "If you ever tell your mother, I'll lock you in a dark room, and no one will ever find you," Oma hissed. Kamami's voice trembled. "Please don't hurt me." Agatha's lips curled into a slow, triumphant smile. This was gold. Silently, she pulled out her phone and hit the record button, capturing every detail. The fear on Kamami's face, the cruelty in Oma's eyes, the sharpness of her tone. She recorded the threats, the slap, and Kamami's helpless yelp. Satisfied, she stopped the recording. Now, it was time for the real game to begin. A wicked proposal. Agatha stepped forward and clapped her hands. Oma jumped, spinning around, her face draining of color. Well, well, Agatha drawled. What do we have here? Oma stumbled backward. Madam Agatha, I was just... You were just what? Teaching the boy a lesson? Agatha smirked, playing the recording. Oma gasped, her hands trembling. Oh, Oma, Agatha sighed. You've been a very bad maid. Oma fell to her knees. Madam, please, don't show it to Lady Loveth. I'll do anything. Agatha leaned in. I want Chief Kelvin. Oma's breath caught. But, madam, he loves his wife. Agatha chuckled. Love isn't enough. I need an opportunity, and you will create it for me. Trapped, Oma nodded hesitantly. I'll do it. The betrayal unfolds following. Agatha's orders, Oma began sabotaging Loveth. Important documents went missing, jewelry was misplaced, and her best outfits were mysteriously stained before events. Slowly, Loveth's reputation in the household crumbled. But Agatha knew this wasn't enough. She needed something undeniable. She needed to make Chief Kelvin believe his wife was unfaithful. Using Loveth's phone, Oma sent flirtatious messages to an old university friend, Chidi. She arranged a meeting at a restaurant, deleting all traces from Loveth's phone. Chidi, confused yet intrigued, agreed to meet. From a hidden spot, Agatha snapped pictures of Loveth and Chidi together. She sent them anonymously to Chief Kelvin with the message, Your wife isn't as faithful as you think. Chief Kelvin, enraged, flew back home that night, confronting Loveth with the pictures. Hurt and confused, Loveth realized someone was trying to destroy her marriage. With Chidi's help, she installed a security app on her phone that secretly captured a photo of anyone entering the wrong password. That night, Oma attempted to send another misleading message. The security app snapped a clear image of her face. The next day, as Loveth checked the app, her breath caught. Oma was the culprit all along. Justice served. Bursting into Kamami's room, Ibera found Oma gripping his arm cruelly. How dare you lay your hands on my child? Loveth roared. Kamami sobbed. She always hurts me, Mommy. Loveth's face darkened. And you tried to frame me, too. She shoved the phone in Oma's face, showing the security footage. You're finished. Terrified, Oma confessed everything, including Agatha's scheme. Chief Kelvin, filled with regret, realized his mistake. Security was called, and Oma was thrown out of the house. But Agatha had vanished, leaving no trace. Morale of the story. House helps can be useful, but they should never replace a parent's presence, love, or attention. Choose wisely, stay vigilant, and always protect your home and family. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more enchanting story. See you in the next video.